Happy morning. I just got off the phone with my mom, and she said, don't get too upset. Don't let yourself get too upset, too worked up with what's going on in America. So I live outside of America and have for the last 10 years. I haven't even been back to the States for the last little over 3 years now, I guess. Anyway, so I've been watching. I actually had the thought that, like, for whatever reason, I thought that Kamala was gonna win, and so I was like, oh, well, maybe I'd go back to America for a bit, see what's going on, see what life's like, because it's been 10 years that I've been out of America, and that's, you know, it's a bit. It's always interesting, different, but anyway. So Kamala didn't win. I mailed in my vote. I understood the assignment, and I didn't go back when this was happening before in America. I've avoided almost all of him as much as possible because he still shows up. This Mango Mussolini man, he's not a man, he's just, okay. So so that happened, right? And my mom was really like this is gonna happen, this is happening. And I was like, when did you become so political, Mom? Like, it's crazy. I felt like I couldn't talk to her, because I talk to my mom every day. I felt like I couldn't talk to her without her saying something. And this was like back before the election, right? Before the election, she was, for months on end, a long time, you know, she was really involved in all of this. And since I'm out of America, I'm not paying that much attention to the politics. I was really shocked, honestly. I was really shocked when I said, who is running for president? Who is? I knew someone was going to, obviously, because Biden's term was up. And they said Biden and Trump. And I was really shocked because I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. Y'all couldn't come up with anything other because we know what people's feelings are. They were already saying that Mr. Biden, God, I feel like giving him so much more, like, respect now because of what we're currently having to endure. And I say we, like, mildly collective, because like I said, I feel like I'm a little over here. I'm out of the way. Like, I'm not in America. I'm not directly experiencing it, although my heart is fucking breaking and my head feels like it's sometimes. Anyway, so now with this whole Trump, Musk, unconstitutional, like, there's just, I don't even know which direction I would take with this, but I never thought, no one ever thought, right? Like, I don't know if I was that disconnected where I never thought that we would see this dictatorship. Like, I have a massive freedom of speech. Everyone does. But I'm a little bit older, so I've been able to utilize this freedom of speech for what feels like quite a long time. My entire life, basically. I've never had any not. So I was reading yesterday that when you're coming back into the U.S., if you leave America and you come back into the U.S., they can now search your phone. They can search your phone, and they're looking for hostility towards U.S. I'm aware, green card holders and, like, other people that have different statuses, naturalization. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Like I said, I'm an American, so sometimes that can explain the cluelessness. I like to investigate, but I'm just saying, like, I'm very aware of how little I know about so much, and that's okay. Anyway, so they can now search your phone as an American. When you come back into the country, if you go out, they can look at your phone, and I guess, you know, they can automatically do the face swipe. So there's some words of advice on this face recognition. Like, they're like, turn off the face recognition. I don't know how overzealous they're being, but I've heard a couple of conflicting things now. Yes, they can absolutely do that. They've always been allowed to do that. They don't necessarily have to do, like, with Americans specifically, but they cannot deny us entry, but they can take your phone, detain and take your phone. And then it hit me, I'm not even white. I'm olive. I would always say I'm olive, but I guess technically I'm brown. Either way, I'm not like a white person, and I look like I do because I grew up with the value of, you know, self-expression and the freedom of self-expression. Anyway, all this to say, all this now, like, obviously, like, I'm seeing everyone's seeing the effects of this terrible coup, this regime, this nonsense, and it just seems like so much drama and unnecessariness, and I don't even get it. I don't get it. And so this is my mom's like, okay, you know, don't get mad, don't pay attention, and I don't understand that either. I think if you're paying a little, you have to pay attention. Can you imagine in like World War, whatever? This is like very fucking serious time we're in, right? That shit is changing left and right. It is crazy. And I know it's kind of, you know, in the political whatever, they're like trying to keep us on our toes and do all this crazy shit and trying to drain us with all of this. Like one day it's the stock market, and the next day it's the gutting of this, and then it's this, and then it's like everything always, and the most incompetent people that are now running our country not only are, I mean, I don't want to say like, oh, they're incompetent, but they're just like criminals with no moral compass. In addition to being incompetent, they don't actually hold any credentials for the positions they're filling, and ironically, it's almost like the opposite, you know? It really is. Like, these people have been, they're fucking criminals, and they're in government. What is that about? This is not, you know, how is society being run by the criminals? That explains a lot, right? Like, why all of this? Because of this, yeah, all right, whatever. Anyway, I think you should be upset. I think you should be informed. Like, don't super stress yourself out, but I mean, we have to be aware of what's going on, and the things that we're seeing, I think we really should be upset about. Jesus, like, I don't know how anyone isn't upset about this. Like, I'm not like that much into it, huh? Like, I'm not streaming or watching any of this, but whenever I look and see stuff, it's usually I see people talking about stuff, and that's how I'm like, whoa. And then I'm like, okay, let me research, because I don't even know. Like, Rachel Maddow, there's not a lot of even people that I don't know. I've been out of the country so long, I don't know who to trust. I know that Fox is an entertainment network, for sure. But like, in terms of information and like where you're getting your information, this gets confusing. I'm liking the Midas Touch, and I like Rachel Maddow, and I think that those are good. And since I'm not in America, it's not as restricted. Can you fucking believe that this shit's restricted, y'all? We're regressing. We're a progressive. Like, how do we go from being this forward, progressing, yay, equality, we're all equal here, to like, hey, we're separating and we're not equal at all? And like, I don't think you can go back. I'm not sure. I mean, we are going back, but that's not how it works. Growth is forward. I love you. I do. Everyone. I hope everyone just takes a deep breath. Maybe shake some shit out, you know. We're all in this together, but take care of yourself. Not but, and take care of yourself. Sending you so much love and peace.